Olá amigos, meu nome é markdcarvalho e estarei aqui fazendo mais uma live do Genshin Impact. Eu perdi aqui o banner da menina lá, que eu esqueci o nome dela, da Návia. Perdi o banner da Nave, já está aqui o banner da Emily. Aqui o banner da Emily. Nem sei se eu vou jogar nessas duas, porque eu já tenho essa daqui. Não sei se eu jogo na arma dela. Aqui temos um evento novo. O evento de fotografia já acabou, já fiz aí, tem um vídeo dele, a live dele que eu fiz. Aí aqui temos, continuando aqui o evento do conto da Maré de Verão. Tem aqui o teste de personagem e as outras coisas aqui para fazer. Eu vou continuar aqui o evento, eu vou fazer aqui agora aqui notas de rodapé da narração. É bem chatinho, bem grande essa missão aqui. Aqui a missão da Kirara aqui no evento, na história do evento. Aí mais uma vez aí eu peço aí, se você não for um inscrito, inscreva-se no meu canal, deixa um like, um dislike, comente, compartilhe e ative o sino para receber notificações, isso ajuda bastante. E como sempre eu vou desligar aqui meu áudio, mas qualquer coisa você pode estar comentando aí no chat que eu respondo.
So, are you all set? Ready to start investigating? Great! Let's go! I've delivered packages all over, but I've never seen a mysterious fairy tale world like this before. Looks like nobody has gotten around to repairing this house yet. Ugh, even I wouldn't dare to sleep in there. It might suddenly collapse in on you. You want to check out the area over there? Okay, I'll wait here for you. Nothing to see here either. Maybe we can find someone to ask? Aha! Over there! I bet we'll find some people there. Let's go take a look. Uh-huh. I was sure there'd be people here.
There once was a goddess who ruled over fate. Before she died, she left 3 riddles for the kingdom she had created.
What? Who said that?
Long story short, on this day, a sentient feline, an outlander, and a diminutive pixie arrived on the scene. They saw a narrow path off to the side.
Okay, but which side?
Yeah, if you gave ambiguous instructions like that to a Comania Express courier, they'd give you the parcel right back and tell you to write the delivery address more clearly.
Despite how obvious the answer was, the perplexed pixie and the flummoxed feline struggled to work it out. Although, perhaps a small part of the blame could be attributed to my dull narration. Alright, let's try this again. The path on the left-hand side seemed to give off an enticing fragrance, as if to say, this is the way to wealth and glory.
Ooh, that sounds like the start of a good story. Then what? Then what?
At the end of the path, the motley crew would soon spot a secret stone room. A prophecy had once foretold of a marquis who shall one day venture inside, and thus it is named the future marquis's abode to be. You like it? The future marquis's abode to be? Got a nice ring to it, doesn't it?
That was a little bit boastful.
But before you continue, I must warn you of the danger that lies ahead. For example, under no circumstances should you sit... are you sure you don't want to hear the rest? I'll keep this...
What's going on?
Oh, hear me out, all right? I'm sorry for resorting to extreme measures, but I'm trying to help here. Don't worry, the fencing will disappear as soon as I'm done talking.
So are you some sort of fence-spawning yokai?
I'll keep this brief. Firstly, the place ahead of you is a secret room whose purpose, per the legends, is to await the arrival of a certain marquis. For that reason, it's called the future marquis's abode to be. Secondly, when you get inside, don't sit on the chair in the center, or bad things will happen. There, that's all. Off you go.
So many summers, winters, springs, and falls, and now at last a hero hither strides.
Israel knows not what lies beyond its walls. Its secrets mystify the world. As golden sun...
Captivated by the epic poetry and enthralled by with wood and earthenware strewn all around, the demon feline's fury can't be quelled. Reducing them to rubble on the ground, she finds the vessel's vacant save for... air?
Stop the poem. We have a situation. Something's up with this person.
Traveler? Are you alright?
You can do it! This can't be how our story ends!
Can I give you a hand, or a tail, even?
Namely, to remove the clockwork key from the raised platform up ahead.
Stay close and you will live.
Yeah, I noticed that too. It's one standard for us and another... Wood and earthenware strewn all around. The demon feline's fury can't be quelled, reducing them to rubble on the ground. No, you don't. I wrote that line. Don't start plagiarizing me just because you can't take a bit of criticism. Look, let's not put form over content here. It's not about the...
Strong as stone, firm as steel, the Outlander pulls, but it does not yield.
This has happened many times before, but this time is different. A thought enters the Outlander's mind. Attack! Attack! First, weaken the structure, then...
The attack now over. Only one final step remains.
Now it is... But alas, as was the case for all those who had come before, the key still did not move an inch. Wait, what? They got it out?
Yes! Finally! Come on, move your butts! And your legs, assuming they're still in working order. It's showtime!
No hard feelings about your lack of poetic contributions? Oh, let it go! Welcome, esteemed and noble Outlander. Allow us to introduce ourselves.
We represent the 3 great clans of this realm, having been selected as its authorized historical supervisors.
Our purpose being to await the arrival of one such as yourselves, who shall remove the clockwork key.
My name is...
You're Cape, he's Albizzi, and that's Bobarano, right? You've done so much talking that we can already tell you apart by your voices.
Aren't we missing someone, though? The guy who led us here to begin with?
Who?
And thus was born the long-awaited fellowship, destined to uncover the truth of the past.
Him.
Well, there's no 4th person, so...
We've never heard that voice before, but he sounds like he'd be good at reading bed.
Well, whoever it is, I don't know and I don't care. Forget about him. We have far more important things to focus on. Like, where our journey...
That key you hold is the pivot point about which the past and present of the Metropole revolve. However, between our 3 clans, there is some dispute over the historic...
Each clan has its own version of history, detailing the clan's origins and the tale...
Dragon? You mean the one that's been acting up recently?
Oh, no, not that one, you adorable...
He means a dragon that would be really, really old if it was still with us today, but it was defeated in ancient times. The new one has nothing to do with our clan history.
Was that supposed to be a joke? Anyway, so you've been waiting for someone to remove the key so you can finally explore...
Not just explore it, but argue incessantly about it. Honestly, I don't care that much. Cape's the one who's always bothering us about it.
What we need to figure out is who resolved the dragon crisis. We have to know that before we can decide which is the supreme clan.
The moment you removed the key from where it was lodged, you became the honorary Marquis. We humbly beseech you, noble Outlander. Noble traveler Marquis, we ask you to help us. You and your talking Puss in Boots and the pale floating pixie.
Puss in Boots? Are you serious? It's better than demon feline, but still...
Embrace it, my friend, embrace it. Most cats don't wear boots or speak, do they?
I'm not even a cat, I'm a Nekomata. Now that you know the word, I expect you to use it.
Please allow me to lead you all to a sacred memorial site. It will be much easier to explain what needs to be done once we are there. This place is sacred to my clan. It's where our brave forefathers once took up arms against the dragon of old. After a bitter battle that dragged on for many days and nights, finally, our forefathers fought. So they say. It's just a legend, though.
Wait a second? Did I just hear you admit that your clan's history is just a legend?
A history, legend, who cares? My clan was definitely courageous, that's the point. That's the truth. And isn't the truth what we've all been arguing about non-stop for all these years?
Capet's words gave the traveler food for thought. Could it be that the truth in a fictional world is equivalent to fiction in the real world? But that would have to wait. Apparently, Capet was not alone in his pilgrimage to this sacred site. Unwanted company had arrived. The traveler and the talking cat, Nekomata, decided to teach them some manners.
There is no escape!
True display of heroism and valor. It was as if the spirits of my ancestors were fighting through me.
Here's a thought. Could be wrong, but maybe the Traveler Marquis is a lot more powerful than your ancestors.
Well, technically, by saying that, aren't you implicitly acknowledging that my clan's... Your martial prowess and show of courage are a more vivid reenactment of my ancestors' feats that suit the modern aesthetic. Now, let's get down to business. As we all know, time is but an illusion. Time may flow line by line, page by page, or frame by frame, but usually it flows in the form of springs and gears.
And that clockwork key you have in your hand can turn back time and make the past reappear.
Well, actually, my view is that the illusion of time is more of a problem of consciousness. Gears power the body, while the body is the vessel of the conscious mind. But the mind cannot understand the dimension of time, so we experience instead an endless continuum of moments as the pinion of now turns along the rack of ages.
I'm getting flashbacks to when I was delivering packages to the Sumeru Academia.
A teacher once asked Albizzi what his greatest fear was, and he replied, dragons. Boberano was asked the same question. He replied, time, and repeated the argument we just heard. The teacher then turned to Capet and posed the same question. He replied, Boberano.
The manuscript that tells the truth of the historical record, the blueprint to all of creation, the work of the great mage themselves. It can be found at the beginning of the gear rack, and on the very first page of the book.
Paimon didn't follow all that, but basically, you're just saying that we need to put the key in and turn it all the way back?
Exactly. It is said that in the beginning, the goddess of creation took the goddess of fate's manuscript as a blueprint, placed it under the goddess of prophecy's starry realm, and generated the world from a few magic arrays. So in a few moments, when the great clockwork key turns the local time here back to the very beginning, we will restore the magic arrays back to their original configurations.
Hold on, isn't stealing part of the blueprint of creation a little dangerous? Also, how are we supposed to know the original configurations of the magic arrays?
Well, the general shapes of the configurations have been passed down over the ages. They now form the family crest. To address your other concern, when the
Traveler Marquis prepares to insert.
I guess we should start here?
Is this...
Behold, the sacred writings that record the truth of... No, wait. That have shaped the truth of history. Gather round and let us bear witness. Feast your eyes, rejoice, and cheer, for this is the unquestionable truth.
I don't believe it.
Don't lose heart, Albizzi. It does not follow from his is true that our...
That might be the most bogus logic I've ever heard. But keep up the...
And yet, it seemed that this conundrum... The party decided to visit the sacred sites of the other clans and see what their documents had to say.
Isn't a narrator supposed to remain detached and objective? Oh, whatever. I'm in a good mood. Let's do it. The instructions say to repeat the process 3 times, and besides, I'm looking forward to watching you both be sorely disappointed.
Let's do my clan next. I'll lead the way.
We'll need the key again, right? Let me see if I can pull it out. Yoink!
because he finds no pedestal in which to place the great clockwork key, only a locked door.
Where's your clan's pedestal? Oh, let me guess, you hid it away in advance to save yourself the embarrassment of having it exposed as a fake?
You done? Okay. Now, since my clan's main claim to fame is...
Misinformation, half-truths, and fabrication.
Ah, shut up, Cape.
Shut up, Cape.
I swear, if I wind up dead one day, the murderer was Bobarano. Let those be my last words.
My clan's claim to fame is that we outwitted the dragon of old and stole its treasure. Ergo, all articles of value that we own, including the pedestal for the clockwork key, lie behind that door.
So, next step is open the door?
Almost. There's one step before that. The door is protected.
Jeez. Well, do you at least know the answers?
The correction fluid of time has dyed white the pages of the Book of... But worry not. I had a quick...
Question 1.
The great yokai, Nekomata in boots.
And the trusty travel guide pixie! Travel...
Question 2. By which virtue did the ancients defeat the...
Oh, no, don't say that. Even though the...
You do realize we can...
If you say it out loud, you'll only say...
Question 2. By which virtue...
If this is the right answer, I swear I'll...
Correct!
What? A barefaced lie.
Question 3. Which is more real? The fiction of the outside world, or the truth?
Hear, hear! Who can be sure that the outside world isn't just a dream? And that when the dreamer wakes up, they won't just find themselves inside a novel? There is no way to know, therefore both are equally real.
All correct. You may have the key pedestal.
Traveler Marquis, you know what must be done. Please insert the great clockwork key. Oh, and this is my family crest.
Do we really need this one?
I'll keep this close.
Now, let me see what
What elaborate fiction the Clan of Wisdom was able to conjure up.
If anyone's listening, I would like to submit these as my last words. I surrender. Look! My clan's history is true as well! There's that same unforgeable signature again, right here!
What? Oh, does this mean that my clan is the only odd one out?
Given that my clan's wisdom is such a subject of ridicule in your eyes, I will now appeal to my own personal intelligence, which I believe far surpasses that of my clan at large, and make a prediction. It seems likely that the claims made by each of our clans regarding their history and virtue are all true.
Boberano? How can that be?
Oh, I get what's going on. Once, when I was drinking with Gujiyai, she bet me a round of dried fish that I couldn't. Whichever one I guessed, I was always wrong, and Gujiyai. But then, I learned later from one of the shrine maidens, Miyuki, that all.
Oh, don't mind Fox Lady. That's just her way of teasing you.
Actually, that reminds me. We can now open these 3 treasure chests. And unlike the guessing game you mentioned, this one.
Cool. Well, once you...
Guess I'll take the clockwork key again then. Yoink!
Is this an answer from this world? Go! I'll keep this close.
The cohort of truth-seekers followed Albizzi to his clans.
Up ahead is my clan's gigantified guard.
Wait, but wasn't Kappei's clan the one that's all about strength?
Oh, the guard is one of Kappei's people. Size is a coveted trait in the clan. Mine is the clan of empathy, and our key contribution is growth serum.
What's sympathetic about that?
Our ancestors believed that, just maybe, the dragon of old, so they drank the growth serum. The serum isn't what it once was, though. Nowadays, it doesn't make you...
Despite Albizzi's words of caution, somebody, no doubt, has other ideas. Surely we could avoid a conflict with the guard, they think to themselves, if we could just try to understand one another. You could, of course, just take the path to your left and go around. But some people are gluttons for punishment. It's all part of the experience, I suppose.
Why is my own clan treating me like a villain?
You've been away too long. We all have. Feels like we've been waiting forever.
We should be getting close.
Why is this place so full of junk? Are you the kind of people who never throw away the box when you buy something because you're worried you won't be able to return it without the original packaging? We'll never find the Oracle Pillars in all this mess.
Never mind that. We have a more pressing issue. It seems there's a slight problem with my clan's family crest. The Marquis may need to utilize their wisdom to solve the issue.
Wisdom too, huh? Well, you guys have a better...
Oh! Yes! Keep the noise down! We don't want to alert the guard.
Can't you destroy the boxes a little more quietly?
I'll go keep watch.
A reward on the road.
This is the last one. The signature. So it's true. Empathy is one of the founding virtues of Constellation Metropole, too.
Just as we suspected, all three are the truth.
Okay. Well, this is a lot to process. I feel a little empty inside. Yes, we found the truth, but there's too much truth.
I get you. It's like in Inazuma, when there were only 6 books in the Mirage Warrior series, it was really popular. But by the time book number 88 came out, nobody wanted to read it. They'd all lost interest.
A brief moment of joy is drowned out by a growing feeling of melancholy. But perhaps there is a glimmer of hope to be found too? Anyone? Anyone? All right, I'll say it. How is it the case that these 3 versions of history can all be true at once?
That's exactly what Paimon was wondering, but Boborano kind of already explained it away earlier. So Paimon was worried she'd look stupid for asking the question.
It's not a stupid question at all, my dear little pixie. While I did postulate that different truths may coexist, there is an issue when it comes to these 3 truths in particular. The problem is, all 3 truths are the history of the exact same thing, namely the dragon and the Metropole's origins. Yet all 3 bear the signature, showing that they're genuine.
Suddenly, the sound of a bell rings out.
The bell! It rang once! What does that mean again? Ah, yes! Highest level of emergency! Everyone, to the main entrance! Stat! Bring all the glue traps and place them outside the gates!
The whole city is on the lookout, and there's only one way out. It's the path right in front of you.
Why'd they ring the bell anyway? Also, why is 1 ring the highest level of emergency?
Obviously because you have to respond fast when it's an emergency. It'd be a bit too late if they waited till the 99th ring.
outside! After them!
Out. Don't know if we'll still be needing this clockwork key, but I yoinked it out before we ran, just in case.
Okay, but back to the truth problem. There are 3 conflicting versions of the truth, and somehow they're all still true. What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. I doubt anyone here in Simulanka can make sense of it. All we do know is that any manuscript bearing her signature has to be valid.
Well, she is the goddess of fate, the creator of all this. And all these manuscripts are her grand design.
The reason we argued about who was right was that we didn't know enough about the truth of the past. But now we have the truth. So we just have to accept it. As surely as we will follow the clockwork path designed for us, so is this the course that history has taken. It is clear and incontrovertible.
We will never argue again. Thank you all.
Is that all there is to it? Is this where the decision made at the first crossroads of destiny has led us to? A pointlessly happy ending? Overthinking it would be equally pointless. Well, that's enough for one day. Time to take a break.
Could you be any more cryptic? You're planning something. Paimon knows it.
Whatever happens, today was a breakthrough in my journey of discovery. I will go back and share it with my clan.
Me too.
And me.
Let's leave it there for today then. I'm sure we'll find out what else Mr. Narrator has planned for us tomorrow.
What a beautiful day, thought the traveller, before he was overcome by a creeping sense of foreboding. The voice in his head grew louder. Must go to Pendulum Lane.
Pendulum Lane is just up ahead. Something must have happened here after all. Everyone's crowded around.
keep this close.
Oh my god, this is terrible! I don't understand. The three great clans of Constellation Metropole have finally made peace with each other. Who could have done this?
What happened? Oh no, someone's lying on the ground. Cappy!
How did this happen?
Cappy, you idiot! Wake up! You need to revise your last words or everyone's gonna start suspecting me!
Last words? What did he say?
If I wind up dead one day,
You could have at least...
I'm sorry, Bobarano, but this is an interrogation.
Don't worry, Bobarano. I don't consider you a suspect, nor do I have my sincere condolences. You were travel companions, right? Oh, it's a real tragedy. I'm afraid it'll be...
Huh?
Yeah, I know. It's despicable. Hitting someone in the back of the head is the second worst act of cruelty there is. The first.
So, Cappy's not dead?
His gears, metal frame, and shell are all still in excellent condition. Just his, wait. But surely you...
No, there's a need!
Unfortunately, this is excuse me. Then suddenly the long-lost dragon of old flew across...
Where?
I didn't see anything. Wait, why can't I move?
Oh, my mistake. It was just a cloud. Or a bird. Well, if only we could turn time backwards and replace...
Isn't that one of those, clockwork socket things right behind you?
Ah, so it is.
The crime scene's too chaotic. I can't make heads or tails of it.
Well, that clears it up. Cappy was walking along the street.
What? So case...
We literally... Like how
But didn't you say Cappy was struck in the back of the head and knocked off?
For all I know, he could have bashed his head against a toilet bowl before leaving the house. As for why he might have... With the Supreme Clan question left unanswered, and the tension in Constellation Metropole, only then would the city feel alive.
Do we really think he's capable of that, though? Sounds like a...
Traveler, something about the crime scene isn't sitting right with me. It just seems unnatural. Also, anything outside of the immediate area won't have appeared in the replay. Is it possible that something was missing from the scene? Why don't we search the area?
Wait, what are you doing?
Oh, we're gonna head to...
Hello there. Someone was shouting about it.
There's a spear here. It looks so mysterious. Let's take it.
You're not from these parts, are you? Just visiting?
Yep, that's right. Why? What's up?
Ah, well, I was gonna offer you a great job.
Doesn't sound very safe.
To keep the titanium ore intact, and in terms of labor intensity, the work has been rated as Class 2 physical labor.
I'm not.
Welcome to Paimon's world.
Mind you, I don't know what happened today, but somehow a pickaxe has gone missing.
Sounds pretty brutal for a first aid technique. Still, a missing pickaxe. Huh. Is it just me, Traveler, or does it seem kinda
Come here. Whatever it is you were looking to buy, please do come back tomorrow. It's just, I have to close early today. A bottle of growth serum has gone missing. There's a whole investigation.
There's a strange potion bottle here. Looks so weird. Let's take it. Be a story behind it. Let's take it.
Let's say one of these was the weapon used in the If
it was the pickaxe, Cappy...
Actually, you're wrong, but let's take this back to the crime scene and
Ah, you're back. How was the toilet? Cape's out.
Toilet? What about it? Oh, yeah, forget that.
What's this about? What are you trying to say?
We thought the way Cape fell looked odd, so we searched the area for suspicious items and found this. It could have been deliberately placed out of range of the crime scene so it wouldn't...
Oh, no, you stay right there.
We should be good now.
So, it was you!
I would congratulate. So, all I can say is... Catch me if you can!
We have a runner! That's it! Let me at him!
The would-be Marquis of Carabas dispatched the Necromancer who ran off in pursuit of the poor little minion. Minion's poor little lower back was protesting painfully against the intense physical activity. He decided to take the elevator, giving him a moment to catch his breath. Really? His lower back asked. But the minion had no other choice. He resolved to make the jump down. By this point, the Necromancer in boots was gasping for air. The minion was huffing and puffing, even more loudly. But we'll ignore that.
I'm not! Don't underestimate the gold-level courier of the Komania Express!
A characteristically catty response from the Necromancer. Tell me, what do you hope to gain from bullying me?
I get to let off some steam!
Ha-ha! You fell into my trap! Oh, and by the way, remember the glue you got stuck on when you first entered the future Marquis's abode-to-be? That was also me. I did it using my powers.
Rats! Oh, I'm so jealous of you guys right now. You can just jump out of your shoes and keep running, but Wait, I'm wearing...
The unnamed minion made a last-ditch escape attempt. He began his long climb, up the wall, the tall wall. He began his long climb up the tall wall.
You call that a tall wall? In urgent Neko parcel mode, I'll scale it in no time.
Heartbeat. I surrender.
You've got nowhere left to run.
All right. I confess.
That was fast.
Getting caught by you here was a backup plan. I don't know if what I've done will make things better or not. Time to come clean. I am the narrator, the one who's been guiding you all this time. Okay, I guess my voice acting skills have... Anyway, I only did what I did because...
Why are you suddenly spilling the beans?
I poured my heart and soul into all this. I was worried you wouldn't ask. The truth is, I was one of the first conscious beings ever made by the goddess of creation. And I've known for a long time that this whole world is just a fairy tale written by the goddess of fate. I know they say that fairy tales are just made up for kids to read, but the reason why Constellation Metropole has 3 origin stories is that the goddess of fate wrote 3 drafts. Then her cat trod all over them, and they all got crumpled together. So the goddess of fate was torn between them anyway, since she couldn't decide which ending was best for the dragon or the kids. So when she saw what the cat had done, she simply decided to go with all 3.
Who'd have thought? But what does any of this have to do with what you did?
You're not a fictional character, so you couldn't hope to understand my sorrow. Honestly, I don't think there's anyone in all of Simulanka who would understand. Every day that I experience, every the only reason the 3 great clans wanted to find out the truth was for the point, but as it turned out, they just accepted it. I have to motivate them to keep looking for answers, now that they think they've learned the truth. I have to figure out, once and for all, while you real people from the outside world are still here. Are we real?
Aww.
That's my full confession. Time for you to take me back. I'm guessing I'll probably be forced to make a public apology, then sentenced to half a day in solitary confinement. I definitely deserve half a day. Oh, also, if the 3 of them had any ability to cooperate whatsoever, they'd have been able to... Over all these years, not once have they ever tried...
Oh, my poor child.
Ah! Whose voice is that? Detective? Was that you? Your voice acting's actually pretty good.
The reason fairy tales are suitable. Fairy tales may be works of fiction, but at their heart lie... But let there be no doubt. The world within fairy tales is as real as can be.
Goddess! Is it really you?
The line that separates footnotes from narrative can never be crossed. Never the two shall meet. This is why you have never heard my... But now you wish to break free.
Necromata!
Just... your echo.
Oh, poor detective.
So... we are apart.
Sorta. We chased him until he surrendered.
Does he really think we didn't try that? 'Cause we did, after 6 months in that place.
Ah, that was my bad. I thought it was...
You... Never mind. I'm partly to blame.
You guys are so lazy. My granny's neighbor's pet cat has nothing on you, and it spends all day, every day sunbathing.
Anyway, you said you heard the voice of the Goddess of Fate at the end? That's amazing.
There is a world beyond our own after all.
What would you guys say to taking a trip to the outside world sometime?
Depends. Do either of you know how to get there? But yes, I agree. But maybe the reason we've never worried about whether we're real or not is that if someone ever convinced me that these delightful dim...
keep this close.
You better watch out! There's a cat burglar about! Scaling walls, leaping across the rooftops? Nothing new for me.
Got a job for me?
With you all the way. Ad Astra. Thank you for completing. Ad Astra app.
Hello, my name is Emily. Is your inquiry perfume related by any chance? If your inquiry is of a different nature, I suggest we find a quieter place to talk.
Olá amigos, voltando aqui, eu ganhei aqui a personagem nova, a surpresa. Se eu tivesse continuado jogando aqui, eu ia ganhar a nave, né? Mas o banner dela saiu. Mas tá aí, ganhei a personagem nova, bem bonito o design dela. Tá aí o personagem dela. Ainda ganhei uma meninazinha também, que é o nome dela. Aqui a personagem nova. Ganhei também uma UIFA. Eu gosto da UIFA. Eu queria ganhar mais dela. Pra me ganhar mais dela, eu tinha que continuar jogando aqui nos banners. Aqui tem mais uma coisa aqui. Ah, que é o menino. Aqui é a personagem nova. Depois eu vou evoluir ela. Dar aqui uma lança pra ela aqui. Dessa lança aqui. Poxa. Será que eu jogo aqui para ver se eu ganho aqui uma arma dela? Ou eu guardo pro próximo banho? O próximo banho que vai vir, por exemplo, vai ser a Arconte, né? A nova Arconte. Acho meio difícil essa nova Arconte, o próximo banho. Vai demorar muito. Deixa eu ver aqui o que a estrela dela, da constelação dela dá. Deixa eu dar uma olhada aqui. Constelação. Rede da vida salvadora pode ser utilizada mais uma vez. Isso aqui é bom. A rede da vida. Deixa eu ver aqui. Aumenta o dano causado por extração de fragrância por colônia de ovários dentro em 20% para o segundo necessário para bloquear o talento passivo. Além disso, aqui também parece ser bom, né? E aí, eu continuo jogando nela ou tento ganhar a arma dela? Agora tô em dúvida. Aqui tem as armas aqui. Que aumenta aqui o ataque básico, a taxa crítica. Aqui é a arma dela. Dano crítico. Tentar ganhar aqui a Anhela aqui. Assim eu tento ganhar mais umas waifas, né? Mais 3 waifas, tá faltando, bora ver. Não foi por hoje não. Então é isso, meus amigos, eu vou ficando por aqui. Dei sorte aí, ganhar personagem nova. Eu queria ter ganhado a nave, mas É assim mesmo. Aqui mais uma personagem dentro.
The pleasure is all mine.
Parece uma elfa, né? Pele tão branca. Eita, mas ela é rápida. Está aí, meus amigos. Aí invoca aqui essa lanterna. Fica explodindo, né? Dentro, né? Jogando coisa de dentro. E vai direto por fogo, ó. Interessante. E é isso, amigos. Ficarei por aqui. Mais uma vez aí eu peço, se você não for um inscrito, inscreva-se no meu canal, deixa um like, um dislike, comente, compartilhe e ative o sino para receber a notificação. Isso ajuda bastante. Depois eu vou fazer aqui o teste de personagem. Esse evento que eu vou fazer, acho que amanhã, libera tudo, parece. Depois de amanhã. Eu tenho dias para fazer ele. Eu vou ver se eu faço aí do teste de personagem hoje. É isso, eu vou descansar aqui um pouco. Depois eu volto, se der. Falou.